Hello, thank you for inquiring about being a foster parent. My name is Patrick Smith. I am the foster parent recruiter and trainer for Somerset, Wicomico, and Worcester counties, and I will be walking you through this video. During this session, we will review the basic process of becoming a licensed resource home. At the end of this session, you will be asked to complete a survey and register to attend the next training session. Let's begin. This informational video is designed to answer your questions about the differences between foster care and adoption, review the regulations and requirements to be a licensed home in Maryland, discuss the responsibilities, challenges, and support available to families providing care for children, and briefly touch on the types of homes currently needed. Foster care is defined as short-term care for children who cannot be with their families. Children in care frequently have contact with their families, either through visits or telephone contact during that separation. Licensed homes supply this temporary care to ensure safety and stability for children while their families can remediate the issues that prompted their child's removal. Foster families provide an essential service. They ensure a nurturing and supportive environment for the child until they can be returned home, placed with relatives, or become available to be adopted. Adoption is the legal process of transferring to a family all the rights, responsibilities, and privileges as if the child had been born to them. It gives a child the legal and social status that comes with being part of a family, a lifetime relationship and commitment necessary for healthy growth and development. A person over the age of 20 who is single, married, divorced, or cohabitating can become a licensed foster parent in Maryland. Individuals must have an interest in providing temporary care for children who have been abused and/or neglected. They must be able to understand child development and how that development is impacted by trauma, understand the importance of stability for children, and be able to provide a safe environment while nurturing the child's relationship with their family. Respect for the family and acceptance of the child just as they are key to being a successful care provider. All families licensed by the Department of Social Services are called resource homes because we certify all of our homes to foster and adopt. Extensive training, background checks, abuse and child support clearances, personal references, and medical exams are required for all persons wishing to become a resource parent. PRIDE stands for Parent Resource for Information Development and Education. It is a 27-hour training curriculum designed to explain the roles, responsibilities, knowledge, and skills needed to be successful as resource parents. It explains the licensing process in detail and examines the grief, loss, and trauma experienced by youth in care. Training is held at a variety of locations throughout the year. Completion of the PRIDE program is necessary for all persons who desire to foster or adopt through the Department of Social Services. PRIDE has 5 core competencies. Each is designed to assist resource parents in improving their understanding and awareness of how to nurture and protect children who have experienced abuse, including how to manage a child's feelings and reactions to that abuse, and the idea of being in care. A child's developmental needs, the impact trauma has on development, and how to help a child cope. a child's relationship to their family and the importance of family, nurturing healthy boundaries between your family, the child, and their biological family, including your role as a resource parent. The importance of working as a member of the professional team in planning and advocating for the youth in care. Most families have heard about the home study process, but assume the study just involves a home inspection and some visits. The process actually begins with attendance at Pride, involves multiple interviews, questions, background checks. It includes various home inspections and ends with a comprehensive written document, similar to a mini biography that details the life history, family history, home structure, and the family's desire to foster and adopt. Home visits are conducted to ensure no hazards are present to the family or prospective child. All rooms in the home are inspected, such as the living room, bedroom, kitchen, dining room, bathroom, basement, garage, etc. Closets, cabinets, and appliances are examined. External structures, such as sheds and play areas, are checked as well. Financial records are reviewed. Families must document that they can support themselves on their current income. Marital status must be confirmed if claimed. Individuals who are divorced must have documentation. Child support cases are reviewed to ensure no back balances are owed by the applicant and accounts are in good standing. Fingerprints are obtained on all members of the household over the age of 18 and checked against state and federal databases. Any charges are reviewed in detail and must be explained. Child abuse and neglect clearances are conducted on all adult members of the home as well. In addition to the clearances, interviews, and home visits by the social worker, a home sanitary survey and fire inspection is performed by the local health department and fire marshal. Water samples are taken to test for harmful chemicals. Water temperature is checked and must be below 120 degrees Fahrenheit. Any home built before 1978 must be inspected for lead paint, and any issues must be appropriately addressed. All homes must have working smoke detectors, a kitchen fire extinguisher, a carbon monoxide detector if gas is used in the home. Fire escape routes must be posted, and 2 means of escape from each bedroom. The interviewing social worker will check to ensure all potentially dangerous household items are stored out of reach of children. For example, cleaning products must be in a high cabinet. Prescription drugs must be locked and tools must be properly stowed. Bedrooms are inspected in foster homes at the initial visits and monthly when a child is placed. This is to be sure the addition of a child does not displace the arrangements of the family, as well as ensure the child has adequate space, storage, and appropriate belongings. Transportation must be registered, insured, and reliable. Driver's licenses are copied and records are checked to confirm validity. Resource parents are expected to transport children to medical, dental, and therapeutic appointments, as well as meetings and family visits. Any firearms in the home must be properly licensed, locked, and stored separately from the corresponding ammunition. Verification of rabies vaccination is required for pets, and license must be on file. Homes with swimming pools have special requirements to ensure safety of any child placed. In-ground pools must have a fence at least 4 feet high surrounding the pool and have a lock on the gate. Above-ground pools must have a removable ladder, be above ground at least 4 feet on all sides, or have a deck around the pool with railing and a locked gate. Hot tubs must have a secured cover. Waterfront property must have a barrier or a fence with a lockable gate controlling access to the body of water. The Resource Home Social Worker at your local Department of Social Services can assist you with any specific questions you have about the guidelines for waterfront property, pools, and hot tubs. As a licensed resource parent, you will be expected to provide a place to stay, daily meals, personal hygiene items, and transportation to and from appointments for the youth. You will need to feel comfortable setting clear boundaries and rules for your home, be able to provide supervision based on the child's needs, and facilitate family contact and visits when appropriate. Participation in planning for the child, distribution of allowance, and an ongoing open communication with the department is necessary. You will be responsible for all of this and more while providing a safe and nurturing environment for the children in your home. One of the biggest challenges of being a resource parent is helping the child manage emotions about being in care and their feelings about their families. You will need to be comfortable engaging in discussion with youth about their birth families in an open, honest, and unbiased way. It is your role to nurture their feelings while advocating for visits, contact, and changes in the way their care is managed. Caring for these youth is a huge responsibility, and you are the eyes and ears of the department, the source of daily support for the child, and a mentor to the biological family. You get to build a bridge to foster ongoing supportive relationships for the child while taking care to learn about that child's special needs and circumstances. Being a resource parent is a huge responsibility. Each family licensed through the department will have an assigned resource home worker. This professional will assist you with the licensing process, help identify training areas and opportunities, provide support when you face challenges, and work with you to retain your certification each year. Each child placed in care has an assigned social worker too. This worker will provide the face-to-face monitoring for the child, case management, and coordination of services, and report the status and progress for the child and family to the court as scheduled and required. Financial assistance is also available for youth placed in foster care. The state of Maryland has established board rates for children based on age. $835 per month for youth 0 to 11 years of age, $850 for youth age 12 to 21. The board rate serves as a reimbursement to families for daily living expenses, room, board, and general supplies, including personal hygiene products, clothes, and shoes. Large expenses like driving school, daycare, or advanced supportive tutoring will be discussed on a case-by-case basis. When a child is adopted, the responsibility for the child belonging to the family. Assistance is available in multiple forms and is reviewed in detail during the PRIDE training, as well as during the adoption process. Resource parents are needed for all types of care. Emergency or crisis homes are needed for children removed on an emergent basis. Respite homes are needed to provide a temporary break for birth families working with the department, routine care for those families, children, and/or to provide a break for other foster homes. Regular foster homes are needed to provide the temporary care for children who are removed from their families due to abuse or neglect. They provide care and are given a board rate for each child placed in their home. Kinship families are known to the child and used when the child cannot be at home. Families are assessed but not licensed and do not receive the monthly board rate. Restricted foster homes usually know the child or family and are licensed to provide care for that specific child or children. Specialized or treatment homes provide care to children with extensive physical or emotional needs. These families receive extra support and more intense training. There is a huge need for families who can care for adolescents, teenagers, young adults up to the age of 21, and sibling groups. We want brothers and sisters who enter foster care to be placed in the same home in an effort to be supported and nurture their bond with each other. Teens in care require lots of support, nurturing, and attention. They need families who can help them navigate school, employment, dating, driving, and graduation. There's a lot of fun to be had with our adolescent population. Plus, you get the added bonus of no bottle or potty training. Young parents and their children need homes too. Families are needed to role model these youth in being responsible parents while encouraging them to enjoy their youth. Minority children represent 37% of the population, but comprise about 56% of youth in care. Homes are needed for these youth of all ages and ethnicities. All families will be considered for all children who need homes based on that child's needs. Families are able to foster and adopt transracially. Wow! We made it! We successfully covered a lot in the last 30 minutes. I hope you found this information session beneficial and that you are ready to take the plunge to become a resource parent. Please click the link above and email your name, address, and telephone number to the Regional Resource Recruiter. Once the email is received, you will be contacted via email with a brief questionnaire and asked to complete registration for the next Pride class. Thank you for your interest in Maryland's children and for taking the time to learn about this process. Good luck on your journey.